was once a dream that was Rome.
Ave, my dudes, and welcome back to Pax Romana. Gaius Valerius Catullus was a Latin poet who wrote and lived during the late Republican period. Born in 84 BC, he would die only 30 short years later in 54 BC. He wrote mostly in the Neoteric style, which at the time was sort of a protest against the traditional Homeric style of poetry. No more epic stories of gods and heroes. Now we write about more subtle topics. We use elegant vocabulary, and our poems will be more complex. We have big brains. Catullus was a rebel, and his poems reflected that. He was apparently in love with a woman he referred to as Lesbia. Allegedly, she was the sister of Publius Claudius Pulcher, a wild politician during the time of the First Triumvirate, and a married woman as well. Catullus, you naughty boy. His love for her is best described in his most famous poem, referred to often as Catullus 5. Let us hear his love for Lesbia. Let us live, my Lesbia, and let us love, and count all the rumors of stern old men at a penny's fee. Suns can set and rise again. When we once our brief light has set, must sleep through a perpetual night. Give me 1,000 kisses, and then 100, and then another 1,000, then a second 100, then another 1,000 without resting, then 100. Then, when we have made many thousands, we will confuse the count, lest we know the numbering, so that no one can cast an evil eye on us through knowing the number of our kisses. Yeah, dude was down bad. Now, not everybody was a fan of his work, as you can imagine, and this included two gentlemen by the names of Marcus Furius Bibicaulus, who was another poet and an alleged rival, and Marcus Aurelius Cotta Maximus Messallinus, who was a Roman senator and said to be personal friends with the Julii family, so he was connected. These men accused Catullus of being immodest, and he would respond with one of history's first ever diss tracks. What I'm about to read to you now is referred to as Catullus 16. I will sodomize you and face fuck you, cocksucker Aurelius and bottom bitch Furious, who think, from my little verses, because they're a little soft, that I have no shame. For it is right for the devoted poet to be chaste himself, but it is not necessary for his verses to be so. Verses which then indeed have taste and charm, if they are delicate and have no shame, and because they can incite an itch, and I don't mean in boys, but in those hairy men who can't move their loins. You, because about my many thousands of kisses you've read, you think me less of a man? I will sodomize you and face fuck you. Bars. Now clearly, he was trying to make a point about poetic license. That just because he wrote about receiving thousands of kisses from his love did not mean he was immoral or feminine. And to prove that point, he would orally and anally wreck the old Marcuses. What a mad lad. Well, that'll do it for this week, everybody. I hope you enjoyed this little foray into Roman poetry. If you did, please leave a like on the video. And if you don't like this video, well, that makes you a bottom bitch. Alright, we'll see you guys next time. I'd like to give a huge shout out to my patrons, Coop2478, Flavius Justinianus, Galactic Drusus, Profile, and Stoner. If you'd like to join their noble ranks, head on over to patreon.com/updatingonrome. The Empire needs your support.